Let's face it, life isn't easy. If you're stuck in a bad relationship, betrayed or afraid of tomorrow, financially insecure, or desperate for a breakthrough, you've come to the right place. Dr. Carmen Harra is a renowned psychologist, intuitive, relationship expert, and best-selling author, and she's here to give you the miracle guidance you need. Her new call-in show, Miracle Guidance for Everyday Life, offers profound wisdom, practical advice, daily exercises, and empowering predictions, all for you. Dr. Harra's show aims to eliminate everyday problems, big and small, with topics like healing your relationships, reclaiming your power, achieving better health, dealing with loss, and so much more. Regain the joy, stability, and fulfillment you deserve to feel. Tune in to Miracle Guidance for Everyday Life with host Dr. Carmen Harra, live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, and find the answers you've been looking for.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Dr. Carmen Harra. So excited to be with you every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on OMTimes Radio, my favorite station. And I'm so excited to work with you, to talk to you, to communicate, to share ideas, opinions, and to get a feedback. So for that reason, I call this show a calling show. So it's a radio show that interacts with the people listening. So for that reason, again, I'm expecting you to call me, and the number to call in is 202-570-7057, and my wonderful producer, Christopher, will connect you with me. And I choose always, every Tuesday, a different topic. I'm trying to talk and discuss and analyze and introspect different subjects. And the subject for today is one that you heard many people talking about. I remember many years ago when I published my first book, in the same time with my book Everyday Karma came a book, The Power of Living Now, so something like this by Edgar Tolle, a wonderful book, very successful. And I tried to tap into that idea and give it a different spin. So my show is called The Power of Now, and how to live, how to love, and how to thrive in the moment. It's so significant to catch the moment, to be able to express yourself at the highest level and in the right way in the moment. So, because most of us are actually disconnected from the notion of time. We may live in the present, but we struggle to really be in the present. I work with people for many years, and I see how they carry on those memories of the past, and they stuck and block in issues that are coming to them constantly from the reactive side of the brain, from their subconscious mind. What I'm trying to say is that we dwell in the past. And because we dwell in the past, we worry a lot about what's going to happen to us, because we live with a side of us, a side of the brain, in whatever happening in the past. In other words, we leave that door of the subconscious mind where we store all those memories still open. So those memories kick in all the time. So we want things to happen to us, and we want them to happen right away. We want something never to happen to us. So if it was to choose, we will choose what we want to happen, what we don't want to happen. It doesn't really happen this way. The only thing that actually happened is that if we allow the door of the past to be open, this throws us more off out of balance. So and takes away from the strength that we need in the moment. So if you think a little bit of the laws of the divine, we should always consider the laws of the divine. My opinion is we should teach laws of the divine in school, and create special classes to teach kids that other than our man-made laws, there's something that we should consider, the divine existence and the divine timing and the divine laws. And we should use those divine laws and those cycles to our advantage. And also the resources we have available in the morning. So I want to take your calls, as I said. I want to interact with you about this topic and how to live, how to love, how to thrive, how to do everything today. And if I do it correctly today, I will do it tomorrow, and I will always do it in the right way. And I'll be able to remove, to delete, to eliminate those memories of the past, those things that didn't work right for me. And the problem is that a lot of people, as I said, they continue to express things that haven't been good for them, and continue to believe that they will always hunt us, they will always be there. So, and that comes through in relationship, that comes through in your career, in your job, in the way you think, the way you look, the way you express yourself. So that comes at every level of your being. So that's why I think this topic is an interesting one. I really want you to tell me how you feel about the power of living in the moment, and how we actually acknowledge that in many cases we can be disconnected from that power. Though, as I said, we live in the moment, but we are not truly in the moment because of those experiences that we still dwell on, and continue to bring them to the present. Now, the best thing that we can do in life is work with time. And the way we work with the concept of time is the way we manifest our dream. Because one of the things that I said, and it's one of my quotes, is that timing is everything, and everything in time. Now, we need to use the concept of time to our advantage. We need to learn how to surrender to time, and to surrender more often. And what I mean by that is that we can control a lot of things in life, but we should accept each day for what it is. Then we can make the best possible use of the resources that we have available in the moment. I see a lot of people sabotaging the moment by continuously having the wrong way of projecting their reality, by continuously making mistakes in the way, they express themselves in the moment. So that's why I think that the topic right now, at a deeper analysis, is a fascinating topic, is an extremely powerful topic. So I want you guys to let me know what you think, and I want you guys to participate with this show by calling it. Now, we often say things like, oh, I need to get to work on time. I wish he will commit to me right now. Oh, I want this problem to end immediately. Those are words that everybody is saying, everybody is expressing, everybody is, wishing the same thing. You want things to end right now that you don't like. You want things to happen immediately. You want the person in your life to commit in the very moment. You want the money that you need today, in this very second. You need to get to a place in time. So everything is, as I said, in time. Everything is in time, and everything is time, and timing is everything. Now, worrying about a different time, like wishing that, the old days will come back, or that the future will be better, or that all those wishes means trying to work against the divine timing of your life, trying to walk against a strong will. It's the same thing. You'll be blown backwards. But when you recognize and respect the laws of time, the wind is blowing from behind you, pushing you forward in the right direction. That's when time is on your side. You have to make that time, has to be your best friend. So you have to understand that the universe supports certain action versus when, it asks you to be patient and help you make decision step by step. It's very interesting that each of us is experiencing time in a very different way. Now, even if you want to create some rules about living in the right timing, you can, because everybody has their own time. We have a unique time that is influencing cycle in our life. Because each year around your birthday, for instance, the time change. So all of a sudden, when your birthday comes, you feel an energy shifting. You feel like opportunities are different. Some things are coming to the surface. So there's a shift. There's a shift around your birthday because the time is changing. That's why, sometimes I'll help you calculate personal timing so that you know how to navigate through life in the right moment and reach your goals. The problem is, and I'm going to ask you this question, how do you harness the power of now? How do you do that? And sometimes the best way is by being at peace, no matter what cycles you might find yourself in, because you exist in the moment. Not an hour ago, you don't exist 2 weeks ago, and you don't exist 3 weeks from now. This is a profound wisdom to adopt, but I guarantee that it will change your life and the way you look at your life drastically. For this, you have to learn the art of living in the present. It's an art to live in the present. It's an art to enjoy what's in front of you in every moment. It's an art to celebrate everything you have in front of your eyes and every reason you have to be happy right now. And make it the best of what was given to you today, and working with what you have and having that gratitude. Now, being in tune with time, it's a skill. It's a skill. It's an amazing ability that some people have. And it's probably the greatest reward because it gives you peace of mind and it gives you a higher perception, a higher understanding. And I want to give you some actions that you have to take in order to live in the moment. And Leilani, I know she's calling me. Don't worry, I'll be with you in a second, my love. Just hold on the line. I'm just going to go a little bit to some of the things, some actions that you need to take in order to be living in the moment. As I said, it's so significant because your present might be confusion. Look at the world we are living in. Your present means struggling. And your present means you're in a situation that you want to escape because you cannot see how to resolve it. But the wisdom is not to escape the moment. The wisdom is accept what's happening and have that courageous heart. It's like fighting the tide, because otherwise you will sink. Relinquish your resistance, relinquish your fear, and all those emotions will only prolong your problem. You'll be surprised at how powerful you will prove to be against the things that scare you the most. It's like the world we are living in, it makes us be very afraid. But our obligation is to hold true both the good and the bad and stand tall and face this moment. Face the war in Europe. Face the reality that is coming from everywhere. Face the changes that we're experiencing. Face the inflation and all the struggle that all of us have, and be able to overcome it. And that's why I said, don't try to escape the moment. Face the moment, fight for it, and make the best of it. That's the first rule. That's the first action. To live in the moment and to be able to project a different tomorrow. Second, when we do things like this, we go to a lot of pain. But we need to embrace the pain. It's okay to feel pain. As much as a part of our life is in every emotion, many people are afraid to be hurt because they think that's a sign of weakness. But suffering, makes us stronger. What doesn't kill us makes us stronger. Let your pain come and go. Don't stay with your pain. Allow it to run its course with no hesitation. Cry. Cry if you're upset. Yell. Beat a pillow. Be angry. It's okay. Pain is the most powerful emotion because it strikes more deeply than other feelings. Pain is fortifying you each time with a new code of endurance. Harness its full force by utilizing the creativity, the ingenuity, the resourcefulness that come with feeling hurt. Because after pain subsides, resilience resurfaces. So remember that. Number 3, in the list of action that you need to take to live in the moment is to ground yourself. Refocus on the present And don't get carried away by the sorrow of yesterday and what tomorrow will bring you to make you feel even more worried. So sit or stand with your feet planted firmly into the ground and clear your mind. If possible, stand outside barefoot. Allow the energy from the earth to rise through you. Place your hands on something, a tree, a table, a wall. Concentrate on how that object feels, the texture, the surface, and run your palms across it. Inhale deeply and notice that you smell something that's in the air. Is it something? Is it a plant? Is it a candle? Whatever it is, And pay attention to what you hear. Birds, kids playing. You hear the TV. All of this, I want you to taste. I want you to immerse your sensory into the surrounding, so that you actually feel the moment and understand that you are exactly where you need to be right now. There's no mistake in that. Then I want you to project a new reality. So when you do that, you actually have the ability to transcend the time. And no matter what's going on, you can always choose to envision a more positive. So what you envision, you will manifest. So this helps you feel in control of what you have to do instead of feeling nervous about it. So allow yourself to imagine the best possible outcome for your efforts and the most positive solution for your problem. Because your mind is a magnet from the outside world, steadily manifesting your thoughts. So preparing for blessing increases the likelihood that you will create a new reality. One of my quotes in my second book is, reality reflects what the mind projects. So whatever you project in your mind translates into the present moment that you will be living in. And also remember what you've been doing wrong, not in a judgmental way, but remind yourself of all the times you were divinely protected, and break the pattern of feeling anxious. You can influence the course of events when you learn to calm your mind and control your thoughts. At the end of the day, you are the architect of your life. Welcome new joy into your life, allow happiness to return, and the ability to multiply and expand your happiness is entirely yours, because joy is your birthright. Remember that. And make all the necessary changes, because changes forces you to pay attention, to remain in the present, to take action. There's no better feeling than being after a bad ordeal, see how you change the scenario. So don't be afraid to make improvement. Don't put things out. Move from where you are if you're not happy. Get a better job. Find new friends. Close the door to a relationship. Bring someone new into your life. Choose to create new circumstances, to revert everything that is not working. Like seeking exciting possibilities and hopefully create new opportunities to teach you to honor each precious moment of your life. Living in the present may not always be easy to do, but will restore elements of incredible well-being. Integrate all these tips that I'm giving you, because this is the way you're gonna, with your mind, participate in creating that fabulous today and a better tomorrow. Now, this is the calling show, 202-570-7057. Call me and let me know what you think about all of this. I'm going to take a short break, then I'm going to go to Leilani. So Leilani, one more minute and I'll be with you.
The best of the holistic, spiritual, and conscious world. OMTimes Radio. IOM FM.
OMTimes magazine is one of the leading online content providers of positivity, wellness, and personal empowerment. A philanthropic organisation, their net proceeds are funneled to support worldwide charity initiatives via Humanity Healing International. Through their commitment to creating community and providing conscious content, they aspire to uplift humanity on a global scale. Connect at omtimes.com. OMTimes, creating a more conscious lifestyle.
My name is Victor Furman. Some call me the Voice. I've always been fascinated with human nature, spirituality, science, and the crossroads at which they meet. Join me Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern on OMTimes Radio, and we'll explore these topics and so much more on Destination Unlimited.
You came across someone struggling with hunger. How would you recognize them? Would you notice an 8-year-old girl who's not excited for
summer break because she may not be having lunch again until September?
Or a war veteran who's having a hard time landing a job
and getting back on his feet?
I am the 1 in 8 Americans who struggle with hunger. I am hunger in America.
Hunger can be hard to recognize. Learn why at IamHungerInAmerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
And I'm back, everybody, on OMTime Radio. So excited to be with you with this extraordinary idea and concept that I want to emphasize: the power of living in the present, how to live, how to love, and how to thrive in the moment is an idea that I am introducing to you. It's nothing new, but it's something that you should consider every single day. I'm going to go to Leilani, then I'm going to go to my wonderful friend Marilyn from Singapore. So, hi Leilani, how can I help you, my love? Where are you today talking about the present?
Hello, I'm in Denver, Colorado.
Oh my God. you are, I mean, I love what you do. You know, you celebrate every second, every day you can consider moving somewhere, and that's amazing. You know, when people get stuck in the same environment, the same old, they get bored, they get demoralized. But you are, always with a smile on your face, ready to embrace on a new adventure.
Yes.
So how is it over there?
You know, it's good. I'm house sitting with 2 lovely dogs and a cat, and she filled the refrigerator with delicious organic food, which is a blessing.
Good.
And I have
So how long you gonna be there?
So she returns tomorrow for one night, and then she's leaving again. And she might want to leave for the month of November. I'm waiting to hear.
Okay.
Like we spoke last time, I'm needing to go see my mom, and that's just 2 hours from here, just across the Colorado border. Into Wyoming, so I'm planning to see my mom and sister. But I'm just wondering, kind of, I guess what's next? Because Carmen, I've been doing this now, I think, for 16 months, 17 months.
Right. I don't think you're gonna do this anymore. I think you will be able to settle down. I think you will be able to finally see an opportunity to, change this pattern, and be able to be in the same location. Because I think after doing it for way too long, you need to be able to breathe and balance and stabilize, somewhere, and find a place for yourself. And that's what I think is going to happen in the near future for you. You're reaching that point. And I feel like the universe will...
Carmen, that's the problem. I don't know where.
Well, it's also the choice of where you want to... But then is your mom, Yeah,
the rent in California is just so high.
Oh, that is high. California is probably one of the most expensive states. Right.
Yeah. So I don't, I am talking to my guides and angels. I'm in gratitude. I did start my mysticism class, so I'm continuing to get my spiritual counseling. That's a spiritual counseling program.
Right.
And that feels really good. And I need more clients as well. A couple clients have left. So it just feels like September's been kind of an intense month. I think August was really easy and flowing, and September feels like some more things to maybe work through. But I'm grateful, I'm excited.
Well, that's what I like about you. That's why I always invite you to be at the show, because in spite of all of this, you have this gratitude, this grace about embracing your challenges and getting, you know what I mean, better every single day. I really love this, you know, part of your personality, because this is what helps you cope with everything you're going through. But in my opinion, it's time to settle down, and it's time to ask the universe, your guides, you know, to find you that balance that you're looking for, and say, okay, I did my part, I've been everywhere, I see what I have to choose, and I'm gonna choose what's best for me. And what's best for you is not only being in LA, because if the rent is so expensive, you're far from your mom, probably at this point in time is coming closer to your mother will be a better choice, if you agree.
You mean in Wyoming?
Yeah, I mean closer to her. So in case close that area, you know. So where are you right now? How far are you from your mom?
I'm 2 hours from her, but Carmen, this is the city, Denver, that I left. I don't want to live in Denver. It's not my city anymore.
No, it doesn't have to be Denver. It doesn't have to be Denver. It has to be somewhere close to that, to your mom. Think of any area that you would love to be living, and at least for now, you know, till you're able to help your mom, because it's something karmic, it's something called the family karma that you need to go through and you need to work on, you know.
Okay. Yeah, I'm feeling that.
So I feel like you're not going to be able to walk away from this. You might not be able to run away from this, you know. In many cases, it happens that kids don't think they're responsible for the life of and the well-being of their parents. They completely, in a way, abandon their parents, which a parent will not abandon a kid, but a kid will abandon the parent, you know.
Yes.
So, but I do believe that deep in your heart, you want to be there, you want to help your mom, and make sure that she's fine, you know.
I do, and Carmen, you know, there is a little resentment because I've been taking care of this woman since I was 5 years old.
Oh, wow. So it almost feels like you are the mother and she was the daughter. It's like you, it can be very much be like that, yeah.
And you know, I'm a strong woman. I can do it to heal the karma, to heal the lineage.
Right.
And I don't.
At least for now.
What about New Mexico? It's about 6 hours away.
I love New Mexico for you. I think that's reasonable price. I think you can be there and make a great living. I think there's a lot of potential clients over there, people that will embrace you. The energy is wonderful. It's a field of spirituality, so that will be best for you, in my opinion.
In Santa Fe?
Yes. That part is just for you, you know?
Okay.
Think a little bit, yeah.
And then secondly, my health is still doing something. My tummy's bloated again. I just feel like I'm inflamed. I'm taking the bromelain and the curcumin. I don't know if it's something I'm eating.
Yeah, it's all food related. Don't forget that your health comes through the gut. You know, your health comes with how healthy is your digestive system, your intestine. Very significant to remember that. Continue to pay attention to what you eat, because there's no doubt there are food that are anti-inflammatory and a lot of food that cause a lot of inflammation. So make a list of everything you're eating, send it to me, and I'll tell you what to avoid and what to continue eating. And of course, bromelain, make sure you take at least 3,000 units of bromelain a day, and it's okay to take curcumin and turmeric because that's also anti-inflammatory and a natural, how should I say, antibiotics. And take antioxidants, glutathione. Try to take things that will create, you know, because the cell tends to oxidate, and that's when the pain starts, that's when inflammation comes in. there's a very interesting study done by Harvard University on inflammation. And I'll send you a link to read about that, because it has all to do, I went to Cornell and studied, to Cornell University, and actually studied nutrition. And I learned a lot of stuff that have to do with the defense mechanism of the body. Because what we know is that when there's inflammation, it's the immune system that will help us. Well, it's not only the immune system helping us, it is our DNA repairing, many of the tissue. Then there's regeneration. The body has the ability to regenerate every tissue. If there's something is inflamed, the body will find very hard to restore. So regeneration, DNA, immunity, microbiome, which are all the bacteria that exist in the gut. There are trillions of bacteria inside the body that sometimes they work to fight inflammation. And then there's the angiome, which is the vessels that participate in protecting the body. And there are 750,000 vessels in the human body. So I'm giving you like a little bit of an idea how interesting the human body is in protecting itself from the invaders, from all the viruses, from all the, sometimes even food that causes damage to the system. So I'll send you a link to that study done by Harvard, which is pretty impressive, because it will help you fight your inflammation. There is a component that is mental and emotional in your case. But thank you so much for calling me. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Thank you for calling me today. I love you, and keep me posted, okay? Okay. All right, my lovely. Thank you so much for calling. And I'm going to take a short break, and then I'm going to Singapore to my amazing Marlene, one of my wonderful listener and a friend of mine who's so welcome to the show. I'll be back in a minute.
The best of holistic, spiritual, and conscious world. OMTimes Radio. IOM FM.
Ascending Hearts is no ordinary dating site, but a spiritual dating site with a purpose, to link you with your soulmate. We engineer the serendipity so you can trust that you will attune with someone that has the same matching vibration as you. Ascending Hearts, the conscious dating site for the spiritually aware. Try Ascending Hearts for free. AscendingHearts.com.
Hello, I'm Sandy Sedgbeer, host of OMTimes Magazine's flagship radio show, What is Going On? My passion is sifting through information, research, and innovations from New Thought teachers, speakers, and researchers pushing back the boundaries of what we know about life, energy, metaphysics, and the universe. I love shifting perceptions about who we are, why we're here, and how quickly impossible becomes normal when we open our minds, expand our awareness, and accept that the only limits that exist are those we place upon ourselves. So if you're the kind of forward-thinking, eager investigator of what lies beyond the current reality that most perceive, why not make a date to come play with me in the field of possibilities at 4 p.m. Pacific Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time every Thursday, and together we can discover what's really going on.
If I could be you,
and you could be me,
for just 1 hour.
If you could find a way
to get inside
each other's mind.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
We've all felt left out. And for some, that feeling lasts more than a moment. We can change that. Learn how at belongingbeginswithus.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
Hi, I'm Carmen Harra, and I'm back. And I'm going to talk to Marlene, my beautiful Marlene, all the way from Singapore. Hi, my beautiful angel. How are you, my love?
Hello, Dr. Carmen. So good to hear you every Tuesday again.
So good to hear your voice.
Yeah.
How's my beautiful Marlene? Tell me. How are you?
Well, I'm doing well. I just recovered from COVID like a month ago. And it was the worst day of my life.
Really?
Yeah. But yes, it was the worst because I don't get sick often. So when I get sick, I get really sick. Yeah.
Oh,
So
I'm so
it's
sorry.
okay.
You know,
Yeah.
because pretty
No
much
worries.
we used to say like COVID is over, the pandemic is over, everything is over, and people don't really suffer that much. You know what I mean? It's no more as bad as it used to be. So I'm kind of surprised that you got into it. You know, it just happened to you.
Yeah, because the whole family that I'm staying with, when they had COVID, it's just like nothing. It's just like they just have a normal flu. But during my turn, when it's my turn to have COVID, I never get COVID with them. So after 2 months, then I get COVID, and then I was really sick. I was in bed for 2 days, and I cannot eat for 4 days. It was really bad.
Right.
Yes. Yeah. Anyway, and regarding with your topic, that's why I called. I think knowing where cycle you're in, I think it makes your life easier and to accept what is really going on to your life, and that is how I feel right now. I think. Yeah.
Right. But do
I
you
don't really
think
have a lot
you
of.
live in the moment, or you dwelling in some of your past? Because that's very significant. Do you think you're living in the moment really or not really? Yeah.
Not really, actually, but I'm trying to live in the moment because I cannot run away from my past, right?
Exactly.
I just Yeah, I'm just living. I'm just like thinking that just what you said, because of you, that I have this calendar from Glennis, and I bought this calendar. So I'm just living. I'm just using that as my guide at this moment, actually.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So because all my projects are over, it's finished. I have finished my house. So I'm just like
that's
start
beautiful.
all over again to see.
Oh my God, I'm excited about that.
Yeah, so I'm planning to go home in December to visit. So even though I don't have that furniture yet, I can do that slowly.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, but everything is finished regarding my house is finished. So I'm just like, it's just a few
pretty
more
good.
that I need to do. Yeah.
That's very good.
Yeah, so I'm just living at this moment now. I just like you said.
What about your private life? What about that aspect? Is that okay?
Yeah, it's okay, but there's so much going on in his life. I'm trying because he's in a karmic year. So I'm trying to advise him what to do with this. Yeah, both he and his daughter are they're in a karmic year. He have a lot of legal matters going on, and he had an accident in June. And they're giving him a hard time because they add up like a homicide on his case because he said that he's using his phone. So he's still dwelling on that. So maybe I'm hoping that after his birthday, it will be better. What do you think?
Oh, no doubt about it.
Yeah, you're talking about birthday. After your birthday, everything changes. So
it's always like that. Yeah. I even said it at the beginning of the show that a birthday symbolizes a shift in the energy. So every single year, brings you something else. Every single year, brings a different energy. So I do think that you feel that way as this is happening.
Yeah.
So there are years in our life when we can invest. There are years in which we can get married. There are years in which we can have babies, years in which we can open a business. Every single year has a specific a role in our lives.
Yeah, it just really makes sense regarding your topic last week about pinnacles. And I haven't heard pinnacles before, so it's the first time that I heard about pinnacles last week about your topic.
Yeah,
and then I look up online
are so
and then,
powerful. Pinnacles are four major stages in our life, and there are people who are asking me, I don't know, I'm 45, I never got married. Why? Because if you calculate your own pinnacles, you will see that only in that particular pinnacle you will get married. You know what I mean? So, or only in that or in a particular pinnacle you will lose a family member. But it does. You have to know how to calculate them. So I don't know if you were able to learn online how to calculate them, you know?
Yep.
It's a
I did. Because I also listen again to your show, so because I just
So
want
if
to
you
make sure
listen to
that I'm
my
doing the
show,
right
it
way.
shows you which pinnacle are you in. And if you know, for instance,
So
I'm in a pinnacle 5, or I'm in a pinnacle 4, or I'm in a pinnacle 1. So then you know when you are predisposed to the specific things into your life. Very important.
Yeah, just looking back, it really makes
Right.
sense to me now, actually. So during this time, I'm in Pinnacle 4, so I'm in spiritual world, since very spiritual now, I'm into spiritual things. Because I really believe in miracles, because I experience it myself.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, so my question to you now is, sometimes it's just like I'm getting impatient sometimes. So when is the right timing for me? Because it seems like my life at this moment is just like, it's not going forward. It's just like very slow, you know. Like, I don't know. What do you think? When
I
is
do
the
think
right
that
timing for me?
the things are about to change for you, and you're going to see things moving faster. I mean, you see a changing in the frequency, in the rate of things moving around. I also feel like you need to close doors to some of the issues of the past, because for some reason I feel there are some doors at the level of your subconscious mind that are not fully closed. Do you agree with me?
Yes, I do. I've been trying to, but how can I close all those doors, you know?
It's like you have to
hard.
consciously, you know, when you consciously delete a memory or take it away, it's like it doesn't mean anything to you. It cannot hurt you anymore. That energy is not there anymore. So you acknowledge that that's something useless. So through the mind, you can reprogram things through the mind. You actually can let go. The mind participates in deleting things, participates in creating a new reality, it brings in something different, something that you need, something that is rewarding you. So it's all a mind process in reality. So it's like using the power of the mind is when you're gonna start seeing a major shift, because you will feel, oh, I was able to let go of all of those things that I don't need anymore, but it took me a long time to get there, but finally I was able to do it. You understand?
Yeah. It does. I've been trying. I start to do meditation, but I cannot concentrate at all. I've been just doing this sleep meditation.
Is
so
very powerful
listening
to calm down the mind. So when you meditate, you actually reduce the level of anxiety, you reduce the negative emotions. So that's what the meditation does, and it's very relevant. It's very significant.
Yeah, that's what my son is telling me, because he can meditate. So he's teaching me that if I start to meditate, he's worried that I'm gonna open my third eye. So I have to prepare for that. I said because I'm too scared. So is it possible? Because I don't. Because he's sitting and I don't want to. I just want to concentrate. You know, I just want to try to connect to my spirit guide. You know, I said he's teaching me how to do it, but you need to prepare. You know, something like that.
Right, exactly. You really need to prepare. That's for sure. That is
because you will be because he said that you will see things that you don't want to that normal people can see. I said, really? Seriously?
Right.
Is that true?
If you detach from the sensory, you know, then you will start seeing things from a totally different perspective, because you're not attached at the level of the senses. If you detach from that level, then you become a visionary. Then you can transcend time. Then you can have a higher rate of attracting, bringing things in. It increases your power pretty much, you know.
Okay.
But that's something you need to work in doing, and you need to put all your belief and all your mind in achieving it. And I think it can be done 100%. But when you're doing it, you feel so rewarded.
Yeah, but I'm not that brave enough. But I've been trying to listen to sleep meditation so that you can let your spirit guide you when you sleep and you do well asleep. But I'm getting weird dreams. Actually, I'm getting a really weird dream. So
interesting.
So it's like, I don't know.
So
like very
I want you to listen to one of my meditation I did for Hay House.
I did. You have it, right? I did that listening.
Right, I have it.
I
If
did
you
that
put
many
Carmen
times.
Harra meditation for Hay House, it's going to come out. Actually, has a lot of people who listen to that meditation. And that really has this ability to bring in things by making you be in acceptance with everything you've ever experienced. It's a very powerful tool to start by reprogramming the mind right this, because the mind cannot be reprogrammed if the mind is under pressure, stress, experiencing anxiety. But in order to create a new reality, the mind needs to be reprogrammed, you know. And practice that tapping method. If you feel anxious, or if you feel that you cannot sleep, or if you feel tense, tap with the hands, you know, around your chest, on your head. The tapping solution is called. That's very powerful in releasing tension and activating your chakras, activating your pineal gland, the whole glandular system. So it is demonstrated that clinically has a huge impact on the way you function. Biologically has an impact. So use those techniques. If you need to know more, put it on the internet, the tapping technique, and you will be amazed to see that everybody, from celebrities to even presidents of state, they use this tapping technique when they feel pressure, tense, in a situation when they cannot express themselves, or they cannot project the right thing. So it's a very powerful tool.
Oh, okay. Thank you for that information. Yeah.
Okay,
so I'll listen to your meditation. Yeah. All right, Dr. Carmen. Thank you so much.
I love you, my Marilyn. Keep me posted. Always remember, it's a great pleasure to hear your voice. A great pleasure to hear your opinion, and I'm very grateful that you called me today.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having this topic.
Marilyn. Okay, my sweetheart.
Thank you.
I'm going to take a short break. I love you more. I'm going to take a short break, and then I have some conclusion for the show, and I want to tell you something interesting at the very end of the show.
The best of the holistic, spiritual, and conscious world. OMTimes Radio. IOM-FM.
OMTimes magazine is one of the leading online content providers of positivity, wellness, and personal empowerment. A philanthropic organization, their net proceeds are funneled to support worldwide charity initiatives via Humanity Healing International. Through their commitment to creating community and providing conscious content, they aspire to uplift humanity on a global scale. Connect at OMTimes.com. OMTimes, creating a more conscious lifestyle.
My name is Victor Furman. Some call me the Voice. I've always been fascinated with human nature, spirituality, science, and the crossroads at which they meet. Join me Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern on OMTimes Radio, and we'll explore these topics and so much more on Destination Unlimited.
You came across someone struggling with hunger. How would you recognize them? Would you notice an 8-year-old girl who's not excited for
summer break because she may not be having lunch again until September?
Or a war veteran who's having a hard time landing a job
and getting back on his feet?
I am the 1 in 8 Americans who struggle with hunger. I am hunger in America.
Hunger can be hard to recognize. Learn why at IamHungerInAmerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
And I'm back on OMTime Radio. And because I'm at the end of the show, I want to talk to you about something interesting. You know me for a long time, for many years, that I'm fascinated with the concept of time, the concept of numerology. And I want to analyze with you for 2 seconds the birthday of the Queen of England, Queen Elizabeth II. So she's born April 21st, 1926. Now, numbers in numerology coming from 1 to 9. So we take 4, which means she had 4 kids. 21st, which is a 3, the planet Jupiter, the benefic planet that helps her have a family, the triangle, the trinity, and stability in relationship. And 1926, which is a 9. 9 gives her longevity, compassion, and she's on a path of dedicating her life for the people. Now, if we add 4 plus 3 plus 9, it equals a 7. So the Queen numerology is number 7, a very profound, intelligent, magical number. Consider the number of God. God needed 7 days to create the world, and on the 7 days, God took a break. So he said, I'm going to relax today, and that's why 7 is associated with God. So the Queen of England is the number 7. Guess what? Based on the fact that she's a number 7, in 2021, around November 21, I was asked what's going to happen in 22. And I said, well, there are 2 people in 2022 that attract attention. And those 2 people are Putin and the Queen of England. So fair enough, I don't want to give necessary credit to myself, but that's exactly what happened. Putin with a war and the Queen of England, who actually exited this world. Why? She was a number 7. The Queen of England was queen for 70 years. 0 doesn't exist in numerology, but we had a 0, 70 years. She couldn't be queen for 72, for 79, or for 53 years. She had to be queen for 70 years. And that's exactly what happened. More so, if we take 9, the year when she's born, and the 7, that is her divine codification, 97, she cannot reach. So she dies at 96. She cannot reach 97. She rules for 70 years. She has 4 kids. She has the family she always wanted. So look at look at her codification, how every number in her code, it's exactly what happened through her life. Now, interestingly enough, the only challenge for the Queen of England was Princess Diana, born in July 1st, 1961. So Diana was another 7. According to calculation, Diana could have lived up to 80-something years, but she died at 36, which makes us feel that she didn't die of natural causes. So she died because something happened to her or something was done to her. So because her life was interrupted. We look at Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe was born the same year like the Queen of England, 1926. She was another 7, but she died young, which means her life was interrupted. So something happened to her because she was, again, one of those people who was not meant to die so young. We look at Kennedy. He was another 7. So we're looking at the people who, and Mother Teresa was another 7. There was a link between Mother Teresa and Princess Diana, who died, and a week later Mother Teresa died. I was on a TV show, and I spoke when Diana died 2 days later that Mother Teresa would die right after that. A week later, Mother Teresa died. I even have that tape. And this is all based on calculating things that are so fascinating and so accurate about our lives, even indicating, sometimes how long we're going to be on earth. And sometimes we don't want to know because we're afraid, we prefer not to know. But coming back to what I'm trying to say is that the Queen of England, in my opinion, is the end of monarchy as we know it. I think the situation in England becomes very difficult. I don't actually, that's my prediction, believe that Prince Charles will have the same strength as the Queen. I don't think he will be in power for too long. So we will see major changes to England, and we will see major changes in Europe with all this war and everything that's happening. And I don't know if I'm mistaken or not, I think that Putin is also a number 7. So how fascinating is that? Talking about this powerful number and the repercussion, the consequences of having leaders of the world that have this number at the divine code. And I can talk about this forever, but I know I'm at the end of the show. And I want to let you know that in case you need me with anything, I can be instrumental in helping you, guiding you through your life, major cycles, talking to you about who you are, what do you need to work on, helping you live in the present, help you fix your relationship, help you understand your archetype. There are so many things you can talk to me about. And the show, as you know, is every Tuesday. I'll be back with you next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time on OMTimes Radio. Meanwhile, think a little bit and reflect of everything I'm telling you. You can reach me at carmenharra@AOL. Thank you for listening. I'm Carmen Harra. Thank you.